Legendary NBA star warns WNBA players about Caitlin Clark. A legendary NBA star issued an official warning to WNBA players about Caitlin Clark. Longtime Washington Wizards star Gilbert Arenas sounded off on WNBA players versus Caitlin Clark in a new segment. Arenas, one of the top guards in the NBA during his time with the Wizards, made it clear that he believes that WNBA players need to be more thankful for Clark. Clark, the one overall pick in the 2024 WNBA Draft, has brought millions of new eyeballs onto the league. TV ratings are up, attendance is on the rise, and player salaries could be going up soon too. The league is currently negotiating a new collective bargaining agreement, but Clark was recently voted 9th among all WNBA guards in 2025 All-Star Game voting. Many believe that WNBA players are holding a grudge against Clark because of how popular she is compared to the rest of the league. Arenas, meanwhile, sounded off on WNBA players in a new clip from his podcast. "Y'all are eating because of her," Arenas said on his show. "This is what you wanted. This is what you needed. We're not watching because of your talent. We're watching because someone came in that everybody wants to see. Now we can see your talent because the spotlight is finally on you." Arenas isn't wrong to an extent, as there are surely more people watching the WNBA right now because of Caitlin Clark. But as always with these kind of debates, there are multiple angles worth covering. The roar of the crowd had barely faded after the Indiana Fever's last buzzer beater, when a surprising voice chimed in. Not from the WNBA, not from the coaching staff, not even from the press row, but from the lofty heights of NBA royalty. During a sit-down on a national sports podcast, none other than Allen Iverson, the legendary Philadelphia 76er and Hall of Famer, issued a stark and passionate message directed at the current players of the WNBA. "Y'all better wake up. That girl Caitlin Clark, she's not a moment, she's a movement." His words echoed through the sports world like a warning shot across the bow of an old ship that never expected to be rocked. The warning that shook the league, Iverson's comments were far from offhand. He leaned forward in his chair, his fingers steepled like a general sketching war plans. His message to WNBA players wasn't disrespectful. It was reverent, even protective, but firm. "You don't have to like her," he said. "You don't have to agree with the hype." 2HJ said, "But if you sleep on her, she'll embarrass you." Clark, the Iowa phenom turned WNBA lightning rod, has been the subject of endless debates since she entered the league. From polarizing headlines to aggressive fouls, from media obsession to all-star vote controversies, her every move is under a microscope. Some WNBA players have treated her like a threat, others like a media product. But Iverson's tone made it clear she's neither. She's real. Respect from a cultural icon. Iverson, known as one of the most influential cultural icons in basketball history, knows what it's like to be misunderstood, heckled, doubted, even shunned by his own league at times. That's what made his defense of Clark hit different. "She's bringing eyes to your league. More eyes than I've ever seen on women's basketball. Maybe ever. You got to respect that. You got to protect that." The WNBA has always fought for legitimacy in a world quick to dismiss women's sports. But Iverson pointed out that Clark has opened doors not with controversy, but with ability. Logo threes, no-look dimes, fearless drives. She plays with a street baller's confidence and a professor's precision, and she does it with the fire of someone who knows history's watching. A league split in two. Inside the W, reactions to Iverson's remarks were instant and divided. Several veterans subtly shaded the comments on social media. One posted a vague story about earning your place instead of getting crowned. Another wrote, "Talent's not the issue, respect goes both ways." But there were others, young players, rookies, fringe roster talents, who quietly reposted the video of Iverson's warning with flame emojis and captions like, "Say that again, AI." It seems Caitlin Clark has become more than just a player. She's become a litmus test for the league itself. Are you embracing evolution or resisting it? Caitlin responds. In her way, when asked about Iverson's comments post-game, Clark smiled and shrugged. "That's surreal. I used to wear my braids like AI in the driveway," she said, laughing. "But honestly, I just want to win. If people love me or hate me, I'm still going to hoop." Classic Clark. Humble, composed, and locked in. She didn't use the moment to fire back at her doubters. She didn't stir the pot. She let her game and Iverson's words do all the talking. A league at a crossroads. Whether WNBA veterans like it or not, Clark is the moment. But the deeper truth, as Iverson emphasized, is that she represents a seismic shift in the direction of women's basketball. She's not here to take away your shine, Iverson said. She's here to turn the whole damn light on. More sponsorships, more fans, more highlight reels. Young girls are now practicing fadeaways and stepbacks, yelling, Caitlin, instead of Steph. Networks are bumping her games into prime time. Tickets are selling out in cities that used to struggle to fill half the arena. Whether it's fair or not, she is reshaping the business side of the WNBA. And that's where Iverson's warning cuts deepest. Don't resist the wave, ride it. The future, a test of unity. In truth, Iverson's comments weren't just about Caitlin Clark. They were a broader challenge to the WNBA. Can it embrace the players who change the game, even when they make people uncomfortable? Caitlin Clark isn't perfect. She makes mistakes. She talks trash. She sometimes walks the line of cocky and confident. But isn't that what we celebrated in legends like Kobe, Diana Taurasi, Iverson himself? She's got that chip, Iverson said, that chip you can't teach. That fire that wins you games you had no business winning. That kind of fire is rare. And instead of putting it out, Iverson urged WNBA players, especially the veterans, to fuel it. Final whistle in the days following Iverson's interview, social media flooded with clips of Clark's best plays set to AI's voice. She's not a moment, she's a movement, a rallying cry, a challenge, a prophecy. Time will tell if the league listens. But one thing is certain, the storm is here, and Caitlin Clark is at the center of it, calm, determined, and already pulling up from the logo.